Yo, what's up YouTube family? I got a special one for you today. I'm bringing you my 2024 to 2025 and a half gun collection. That's because I have a problem. I'm addicted to buying guns. Yep, I said it. So before we get into it, let's get into it. What's up YouTube family, and welcome back to another dope episode of SIGLoverTV. I am SIGLover51, and before we get into all of that, I need y'all to like, subscribe, share the video. Don't forget to turn on the bell notification so that you know every time your boy drops another fire ass video. Today, like I said before, I'm bringing you the 2024 and a half to 2025 and a half. I'm different like that. I'm built like that. I don't like to fall into the, everybody got theirs out early, like back in January. I'm doing mine right now in June. It is what it is. Just love with me, you know what I'm saying? Rock with me. But this is the reason why I'm bringing it to you, is because I got a problem. I can't stop buying guns. It might be a 25 3/4. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. I can't say never. But most likely it'll probably be, I'm trying to organize this thing because, I told you the rabbit hole is deep. It's deep, man. There's no bottom to it. I just keep going and keep going and keep going. It is what it is. And without further ado, I'm gonna start this thing off with where I started off. My first real, I can't say real gun because I had the Smith & Wesson 2.0 first. That was my first purchase, but I got rid of it. I went on this thing of buying guns, selling guns, buying guns, trading guns, buying guns. It was just this back and forth. And then finally, a buddy of mine, Jimmy, he goes, "Why don't you buy a real gun?" And I went, "What do you mean by that? A real gun?" And then he told me, worst case scenario, at least get a SIG. I said, okay, cool. That's how SIGLover51 was born. Because this is my first purchase. This is a Sig M18, okay? Used to be FDE, two-tone, but now Wilson Combat Grip, Delta Point Pro, suppressor height sight, TLR7. It is loaded because this is my EDC, but safe direction. Yo. Let me show y'all this trigger. This is a Gray Guns competition trigger. It's about 2 pounds. But this, see that? That's all the take up. Break. Reset. Wow. Beautiful. Light. You know, some people say I would never have a light trigger on my EDC, or to each his own. Everybody can do what they want to do for themselves. It's fine. Some people like a 4.5, 5 pound heavy boy. Some people want to do the double action, where they can single action, double action, where they can just pull the trigger. You know, with that long 7.5, 8 pound pull on the first one, and then it finally goes off. You know, surprise. But this was my first one, my first love. Came with the external safety. That was back when I was new. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to carry with a round in the chamber. I wanted to make sure that I could be as safe as possible. I know some of y'all gonna say, if in order to be safe, you should have got a Glock. No. Some of y'all gonna say, oh, in order to be safe, SIGs go off with the safety or without the safety. No. I've had this for about 7 years. Nothing. But we'll save that for another conversation, okay? I mean, tried and true. It's a beauty. Wilson Combat Grip. I found these on eBay. They look just like the Wilson Combat Grip. Fantastic situation. Now, the next one is the P320X Macro Comp. Comes with the integrated compensator. I got the nightstick on here, and surprisingly enough, the nightstick and the TLR have the same exact footprint. So my holster is actually built from Patriot Defense. My holster is actually built off of the nightstick's platform, but that's how I found out that the TLR7, they have the same similar platform or fitment. Okay, now empty, safe direction, bang. This trigger's a little different. Okay, it's a little different. It's got a lot of take up. Not a fan. Break. You know, the reset seems to be a little shorter, but I think it's more of a forced, you know, you get what I'm saying? It's more of a forced, you know. I bought the magwell off of, I think it was eBay. The back strap I ended up getting off of eBay because with my hands, I needed a palm swell that fit really well. See how that fits that really well. So when I'm on it, it's good. And that's the P320X Macro Comp. Now, this next one is kind of special because it was my first kind of build, so to speak. Because I always wanted to do a kind of like my version of a Spectre comp. And so I did. This is the P320 X Compact slide on a full-size X grip with Harrington Arms compensator and an Amazon light. That still works very well. With the Sig Romeo 2 or 3, or I don't know, it still works. It's got the gas pedal because I wanted to do the gas pedal. I thought that would be pretty dope to do that. And when I say this is a flat shooter, it's a flat shooter. Very, very, very flat. I went with a recoil reduction kit on it, empty. And I like it. Now this trigger is a little heavier. Break. Reset. Pretty forceful. I like it. I think it's great. Some people may not like it. I do. That's just me. But this is a really fun range toy. I know a lot of people who conceal carry full size. So don't let anybody convince you that carrying full size is impossible. It's not. You just have to figure it out based on your body type, your build, how you can hide it. Do you wear, the button-down shirts in the summertime? However you want to do it, you have to take the time and invest the time to figure it out so that it works for you. That's very, very important. So this was fun to build. I don't think this will be my last one. I think I'm gonna do a few more because it's really, really fun. Now, let's get into it. This is a Sig P320X5 Legion, customized by Scott over at Skip's Guns. Y'all know Skip's Guns. If y'all really gun tube crazy, Skip, he does his thing. This came with this is like a crazy trigger. An Icarus Precision grip module. The Cerakoting job I got done by somebody else out in Texas. Did a great job. My wife wanted it, his and hers, so I did this for her with the pink and black Cerakote with the distress all the way down to the mags. So for you ladies out there, men, I'm telling you, this is where it's at. But it's got the Sig Romeo, I think 3 on it, or Romeo, I don't know. I got too many optics to try to figure it out, people. Jeez. But I went with the Feyachi. This was like a $30 light. I mean, come on now. It works. But I liked it because of the build. I wanted it to fit that build. I wanted it to look kind of crazy. I may go with the suppressor height sight. I'm not sure. May end up porting it. I don't know. But it's a flat shooter right now. I don't think my wife wants me to mess with it. Gas pedal. And this right here, let me show you this trigger. Y'all already saw empty, right? Look at that take up. Yeah, nothing. And when he said it shoots like a staccato, it's right there. Fully adjustable trigger on the pre and post travel. Just, boy, I'm telling you, if you want to get into something really dope, go and check out my buddy Skip's Guns over on YouTube. Skip's Guns, and the Guns is G-U-N-Z. So Skip's Guns, fire, absolute fire. In terms of building your own, you can go to Harrington Arms. They got the builds, man. Harrington Arms got all the specs. Whatever you want to do to build you a custom Sig P320, you can do that there. They tell you the reasons why you should buy the 4.3 inch barrel versus the 4.6. They give you all of the details in the back, just like Skip's Guns gives you all the details in terms of what's coming up next after this. This, everyone, is the piece de resistance. This is my Sig P320X5 Legion, customized with the Max Mitchell, I don't know, slide. As you can see, it's a competition slide. There's no front or back. And the Romeo 3 Max, boy, this is a true tack driver, built, made for it. Empty, as you can see, but man, when I say this is made for it, I put the PID on it because I like the way it looked. I like the PID, the Howison PID. It's pretty dope, man. Tungsten infused grip. I'm still struggling with even to switch this out and go with a different grip, because I'm thinking Icarus, or there's a bunch of them out there, but I really like this grip. It is heavier than all get out. When I say flat shooter, it is a flat shooter. And that grip is a medium grip. It's not even a large grip, but it fits. Fits the hand. I can manipulate the slide without breaking the grip. Come on now. This is where it's at. I'm telling you. So it came with the gold barrel. So it's kind of, I don't know if it's bushy. I don't know. But it is something amazing to have. The recoil reduction on it was already done when I got the slide. The slide was a special sale that came on, and I had to get one. So I got it, slid it on here, and this is what I came up with. This iteration of the Sig P320X5 Legion. This is the tack driver. Actually, this weekend, I'm trying to do a competition with Mrs. Sig Lover, because she did a number on the last video. She did a thing, but now let's do apples to apples. Yeah, let's see how that goes, Mrs. Sig Lover. Now, I'm gonna get into this is still a work in progress. And I'll tell you why as I show it. This is the Springfield Echelon. Okay, I went with a old hunt Chinese company, whatever. Don't fry me in the comments. Because I was trying to see this whole enclosed emitter, box emitter, aim point acro, all like what is the big hype about it. Went with an all black light that's rechargeable, which is really dope. I love that. Went with the extended base plates from Terran Tactical. This one's gonna be a special build. Let me show you this trigger. Yeah, crispy, very crispy. Reset. The reset is really long. I don't know if I like it. I mean, I like it because I bought it, but it's cool. I love the design, the serrations, the bump outs, I love all of that. I love the texturing. I love the texturing that's on the slide stop. I love all of that. I love the safety on the trigger. I like the trigger. I like the crisp wall. The brake is crisp. My only issue with this is that I just don't know what I want it to become. It's one of those things where you're like, do you do anything to it? Or do you do nothing to it? I do want to change out the grip module and do a steel frame or an aluminum, whichever. I really want to do that. I think I'm gonna start there, and then we'll figure out if we need to go anywhere after that. Right? Now, I just realized that I never showed you guys this trigger. Look at this. Take up. A little bit of creep, Not bad, but I like the way it shoots. It does the job. Now we're gonna get into some of my favorites. Y'all know I've been on this 1911 double stack customization budget, builds, whatever, some people want to call them, stop. So the first one that I ended up getting was this one. This is the T-Sys B9RDS that I got empty. I put the mag well on it because I wanted a certain look. Got a buddy of mine, Eddie, to stipple the grip, which I got something new coming today. The TLR1, which I went with on here, but it also has something special. It has the Underworld Arms compensator. This is called the Cerebus. Cerebus. I put the Holosun on there because it's an RMSC platform. Direct mount. Co-witness is fantastic. I went with the Atlas short throw trigger, not the extra short, but the short. I can't say enough about these firearms. And when I tell you that, okay, I did a few things to the sear spring in this. So it is, look, no take up, just very little. Bang. Reset. Oof. If you want to get into something like this, this is the bottom tier. All the Eternals were great. I didn't have to do anything to them. They weren't mem. Now, am I going to end up switching out to EGW or AGW, you know, Atlas Gunworks or Evolution Gunworks internals? Probably, because I want it to be smooth. But let's look at this. Look. Look at this. Like, come on now. Super easy. I got a 9-pound spring in there. I think I'm definitely going up to a minimum 11. I can probably get away with a 10, but I'm not trying to do a whole bunch of air racking, even though I can. I'm not going to show you on here because I'll throw a shoulder out, but that's okay. But I really like what they are doing with that platform, and that's SDS Arms. SDS Arms makes the TSIS brand, and then they also make this baby, the Mac 9 DS, which came with a really nice skeletal trigger, which is on the, we'll get to that in a moment. I went with the Olight PL Turbo, the Valkyrie, on this because I love that look. That look is fire. Now this firearm came with no mag well. I put the mag well on there. Bought the Prodigy mags. Everything, it came with the plate to mount the optic on to take it from an RMSC to an RMR footprint. So I have the 407, the K series on here. Is it the K? Nope, it's the C, the 407C. So bigger footprint, RMR, and I can mount whatever RMR platform I want on here. I have the Underworld Arms comp, the Cyclops. It's just one eye, that's it. But this, I did a little something with the sear spring on this one too. And as you can see, empty. Look at that. Crazy. But, bang. Reset. Woo! Looky here, looky here, looky here. When I tell you that this, you talk about customizations, I can't hate on it. I can't. I really can't. It is. I mean, it's a fantastic situation. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Next is the newest iteration. So this TSIS B9RDS, as you can see, has a chrome barrel. It's a bushing barrel. For 2025, SDS decided to up the game. And they decided to put in the new 2025 version of the TSIS B9RDS 1911 double stack carry. That's a lot to say. Yeah, you see it, bull barrel. Yep. Full bull barrel. Come on, man. I got fake surefire. Come on now. Y'all know. I tell y'all every video. Off me. Okay. So this one, I went with the O-Sight S. Enclosed emitter. Great. Hold zero. Everything. No mag quill on it because I'm going to EDC this one. I'm going to send it off to get it ported. Either the 4 Portsman or I'm going with the compensator. And this is going to be my first firearm that I debut in my collection that's going to be customized by Skip's Guns. I just got to, you know, it costs money. It costs money to do these types of things. So I got to make sure all of my affairs are in order so that I can, you know, send it off. Skip is coming. But I mean, fantastic. This trigger is actually the trigger that came out of the Mac originally. So I put it in here. And I didn't like it in the Mac, but I surprisingly enough like it in here. Now, I am ordering a red dirt to go in here because red dirt now makes Mac Jesus specific. So I'm excited about that. Not gonna go with the extended. This is the Prodigy mag, but I'm gonna go with just the flush. But let me show you this trigger. Sear spring tuned as well. So, little take up. Light. Oh, goodness gracious. That's right there. I mean, what do you say? What do you say to something like this? How do you not get in on this level for very little? And for those YouTube people, understand I'm not on here selling nothing. I'm not trying to do nothing. I'm just showing my collection and educating people. So for educational purposes, so that people can know how to be safe, to do what they want to do, to have fun, plink, whatever, you know, have. That concludes all of the 10, 1, 2, 9, 10 handguns, right? Now let's get into some of the other things that I have laying around here. I gotta start with this because this is so much fun. Listen, this is an amazing Celic Arms makes this. And GeForce Arms imports it. And I think it's Turkish. I'm gonna say it's Turkish. But this is like a CZ variant, if you want to say that. I went with the Strike Industries folding grip because it folds both ways, right? It folds both ways. Absolutely fantastic. Empty. And this has the slap motion, kind of like an MP or an HK. Come on, man. You can't beat that. You can't go wrong with that. I went with a O-Sight X on the top with a riser. It came with pop-up grips. Listen, I know they on backwards. Y'all better get up off me. I'm gonna turn them around when I get the chance to turn them around. But I wanna change this out with a B5 grip. The trigger is good out the gate. I mean, it's good out the gate. Like, look at this. Look, no take up, none. Just a break, that's it. Nothing. Just a break. And dare I show, oh, yeah, you heard that nice audible click. Nothing. Come on now. How can you not like this? You can do whatever, truck, backpack. Now, this is an all metal firearm. It's heavy, but the recoil management is fantastic. The recoil management is absolutely non-existent. And it looks like a CZ. I've seen people SBR and put the CZ foot, the boot, on the back. I'm actually thinking about doing that myself. We'll see what the future holds. I gotta leave some things, you know what I'm saying? I can't do everything within the first, 4 or 5 months of the year. Jeez. But I mean, fantastic. I want to suppress it all the time and use it as kind of like either PDW or a home defense kind of a situation. But man, when I tell you, it takes clock mags for real. I mean, you can't make this up. A great situation, absolutely fantastic situation. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go here. All right, this is my attempt at just a really cool ARP Empty. I went with the riser, and then I went with the Gideon on the top, enclosed emitter, pop-up sights. Went with the Amazon special on the light piece. Still works. It is what it is. I went with the Live Free, the die. Yeah, Live Free die, whatever. Yeah. This is the Kung Fu grip. I like it because it's short, but I also like it because of the angle, the grip angle. The grip angle is more of a natural grip angle than it is for the other one that's a little more canted, and you have to kind of have your arm kind of tweaked a little bit. I like the fact that I can get on this one like super quick. It's a beautiful build. This one I want to suppress as well. I mean, what more can I say? Oh, the Rise armament. I went with a drop-in trigger with the Rise armament. And let me show you this. Oh, look at that. It's on safety. Imagine that. Look at this. Very little movement. The Rise armament 140s are fantastic. I want to do the 545s next. That's my goal, is to level up, do something different. Hold on. This is my budget build. This is my attempt at a honey badger. This is what I'm doing. This is a 300 Blackout, ARP, bad lever, riser, O-Sight X. It's got a GSL compensator on it. And when I say quiet, it is quiet. The SB3 brace, empty. I went with the Warhammer because I wanted something a little more streamlined in regards to this. I wanted something a little more streamlined. Of course, Live Free or die, whatever. I don't know what die code. Kung Fu grip, because of that grip angle. That grip angle is so natural that it is fantastic when you're showing this thing at the range. Quiet. Did I say quiet? But man, and I'm just in the beginning stages. I haven't changed out the trigger because the trigger is actually not bad. not bad. A little long in the tooth, you know. The reset is horrible. Yeah, I'm switching out the triggers. Let me quit playing. That was the first time I did the reset and paid attention really, and I'm not a fan. So yeah, that's gonna go away. But this is an American Tactical, an ATI. You know, changing out the internals and everything else. Got a great deal on it. Great deal on it. My FFL up there, Showtime Guns and Ammo. Dave, Jack, and those guys, they do their thing. The guys over in Sag Nasty, they do their thing. But when I tell you that this is where it's at, this is where it's at. Now, I want to get into my two, see how I caught that? Now, let's get into this. Is a budget build that I'm doing. It's a PSA 16-inch barrel. Came with a lot of this on it. I changed out the buttstock because I wanted something a little more tactical. Of course, it's got the Kung Fu grip on it. It is what it is. I went with the SFT2 1x6 or 1x8 LPVL. And when I say it is, this is 1x6. This is fantastic. I mean, great. Has a crosshairs that illuminate, and clear glass. Eye relief is really good. As you can see, no mag, so it's clear. I went with I'm just trying out some different budget charging handles just to try to see what I like and what I want. But this, I didn't change out the trigger in this. I really don't want to, because it's about a 4.5, 5, and it's solid. It's solid. It's a curved. I like straight, but you know, pause.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's what they say. But you know, it's something special. Palmetto State Armory. It's a PA 15. Lightweight. It's light. You know what I'm saying? You can get on it pretty quick. I really like it. I'm sure I'm going to suppress this, but I'll probably have one that I can change off of this. And I can go ahead and put it on this. This is a Wilson Combat AR-15 that is, and this is the Tacticon Armament 1x4 by 24 LPVL. That is first. This is second focal. First focal plane is the other one. It's got the, you know, the light on it from, you know, Temu. What, I don't know. You know me, I do budget stuff. You know, I'm just seeing how worthy it is to be in the collection. That's all I'm doing. You know I can get the Surefire. Yeah, I know. But trigger, nice and forceful. It came ready to go. Didn't have to do much of anything with it. 6th position. The grip texture on, even though the grip angle is more of a traditional, it's not as bad, but the grip angle on this is good. So I kept it. I kept it right where it is, so that when I get on it, I can get on it. You understand? Eye relief is crazy. Glass, super clear. So if you want to check out Tacticon Armament, their LPVOs, I'm a fan, but like I said, I'm also a fan of SFT2, the other LPVO that I said, rewind the video. Theirs is really good as well. Lightweight, very ergonomically correct. I didn't change much of anything, if nothing. I didn't change nothing actually. But it is a fantastic bike. Fantastic. And that is the extent of my 2024 and a half to 2025 and a half gun collection. It's going to grow. I might as well. You see, the first signs of fixing a problem is recognizing that you have one, admitting that you have one, and then you can do something about it. I myself particularly, some would say it's a problem. I don't have a problem. I have an affinity. I just love this. I love the 2A environment. I love the sport of shooting. I love the fact that I can exercise a Second Amendment right. I love this country. I love the direction that it's going in. I hope it continues. We gotta lock in, people. We gotta lock in. But I appreciate all of my subscribers. I'm at 1.3 thousand. Doesn't sound like much, but it's enough for me, because I would rather have the ride or dies, the down, home, really engage and great conversation, rather than to have the sometimey. I mean, the sometimey is cool for what it's cool for. When you meet somebody, it's an introduction, and this is the first introduction to SIGLoverTV and SIGLover51. I can't say enough about it. The platforms are great. The 1911 double stacks, my goal is to do 10 custom versions of the 2011s, so that I can get I'm gonna get 10 of these that are going to be different iterations, different builds, different investments. Some are going to be, standard with some aesthetics. Others are going to be full out, just straight bananas. Some people say, well, why don't you just buy it? Okay, because you don't understand. See, it's like a guy who buys like my car. My car is a Challenger RT 2014 100th anniversary edition. I bought it because I want to make it mine by doing certain things to it. Everybody's like, why didn't you just buy a Hellcat? Why didn't you just buy a Hellcat Red Eye? Why didn't you just buy a Hellcat Red Eye? Because no matter what I do, I'm going to do something different to it. So would I rather spend $30,000 for an RT and then dump 12 to 15 into it and still be at less than half of what a Hellcat Red Eye is? That makes a little more sense to me, and it'll be as fast. It'll be, I know what I'm thinking about going to Magnuson, but we'll talk about that on a different situation when it comes to, the car. But, man, you guys, you gotta, appreciate, freedom. Like I said, at this channel, we rock with the 3 F's: faith, freedom, and firearms. Faith, because I always put God first. So should you. Freedom, because the country is dope. Firearms, because number 2. So leave all of your comments, critiques, questions in the comment section. I'll get to them. If anybody knows me, I answer everything, because I'm a conversationalist. Even the hate, I'm here for it all. You dig? So I'm gonna leave you with the same thing that I always leave you with. I wish you all the love, all the peace. I'm SIGLover51, and I'm out.